Hey everyone, it is Karen Jean and welcome back to the studio. And I would like to say a special welcome to my new subscribers. I appreciate you being here and becoming part of this family. Okay, so that is not where I thought it was going to be. The last video I said, oh, and also right, that dagnabbit, that spot right there was still wet. Actually, it is where I thought it was going to be, but that spot was not dry. Okay, this isn't the one I was working in though. I said I would do a flip through. We would do a flip through. Okay, so I did some page edging. Yes, we did that. I put a little sticker there, which I thought was brown, but is now looking black to me. So, you know, yay me, whatever. Okay, so we have the, which one did I edge? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Oh, well, this is, I'll show you the signature center on both of them. So this I used Liquid Pearl Sunflower. And I just glued down a couple of my paper flowers there. This is the one I edged. I'll show you the signature center on this one. I don't know how much I like the signature. I mean, it's fine. Instead of doing the dashes and the dots, I took the red one. And this one, I think I used the Pops of Color. This one, what color is it again? Cherry Pie. Pops of Color, the hole in the tip is bigger, so a lot more comes out than Liquid Pearls, just so you know. And this is Liquid Pearls. Again, the what color did I say it was? Sunflower? Sunflower. And I did that one there. Okay, but this is the one where we had the page edging. So here's the first one that we did. And I was saying that I might just cut the paper behind it in a little bit. Although that's all pretty well glued down. Just take these bits out perhaps. Put a little bit of washi right there. What else did I do? Put that down, that plaid, on top of the craft cardstock. I put the sparkly rust color one on the tiny leaves, which I like. Here we have our signature center, right? Da-da-da-da-da-da. And that's all I did. I didn't edge any of these pages in the back. And I don't know if I said it on the last video or not. I might have said it in my head when I was editing that maybe I should have put, it's too late now, this is all glued down, but to have, like we did the orange underneath here, to do the orange underneath here as well. But, oh well. Now we have some Liquid Pearls stuck to that, and I'm not going to scratch it off because then I might wind up scratching the acetate, and I do not want to do that. So hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're all doing well. I do. This is a heavier piece of cardstock. Let me get this moved out of the way. And I like that. I think it's very pretty. Where are those little envelopes? The envelopes that we did, which I didn't know what I was going to do with. Lord knows at this point where anything is in this mess over here. That is my desk. Here they are. Here they are. Now, like this can be placed down on that. Why don't we just do that? Why don't we just do that? Let's just not think about things too much. Let's just do them. Like so. A little bit of wet glue. What's nice about this, it's the buffalo plaid, so I think that's what that's called. I call it lumberjack because of the red. But at least we know that's on there all nice and even. This one we'll save for the other journal. Okay. Now I would like to do, and because of the way this is here, and this is kind of heavy, this with the glossy accents, and you can see how the page is a little bit here, we might want to put something on the back of this just to support it a little bit. What are these? These are scraps. These are scraps. We can put one here. Now this is rather rough. That's a rough edge. That's where it was attached. And make it a side tuck this way. Because I don't think you're really going to be able to write on this because of that. I don't know. I can make it a side tuck that way. I just need to trim off these rough edges. Here's a rough edge here. This one. Okay. How wide is this? We'll make it 2 inches. That might not be enough. And I'm going to need to tape it down just for safety's sake. 2 inches. Because it's really just catching that edge right there. Okay. And oh, excuse me. And we also need to cut it 2 inches the other way because this is 8 and that book is 6. So if we cut 2 inches here, right? Yes. That should fit perfectly. Whoops. Here. Okay. We can put down some, I don't know if let's try vintage photo. I don't want so much orange because this has some brown in it, so let's tone it down with a little bit of brown. Now, are we going to notch it a little bit there? If we notch it, then, all right, we'll do a little notch. We'll do a little notch. Right there. Okay, and so this is where we're going to put it. That's going to be a side pocket. What we can do is, no, not that one. I have these stamps. This is Sunny Studios, wishing you a beautiful autumn season, and it has the acorn. It even has, like, you can put a little face on the acorn. I am going to take out the maple leaf. Right here, if I can. The maple leaf. Just stick you back in there for now. And get I have a teeny tiny, here it is. Oh gosh, this is filthy. There. Maple leaf. Now we have here fired brick. Let's take a look. Oh. Oh, I have it on there wrong. Oh, for heaven's sakes. There. I stuck it on the, I was wondering why. Put it on the, good thing I tapped it off. Okay, there we go. Put the stamp, ooh. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's because of that's because of that's there. Now, put that down. This one is from Okay, what I need to do is I need to take out my maple leaf die. I'm going to do some die cutting of these maple leaves and I'll be back. Okay, I did some of those die cutting, but I'm doing an experiment here. I'm trying, this is the candied apple, which is a nice should be a nice bright red. Now I want, and I'm going to die cut them out of this too, so I don't want neat at all, right? So there's some candied apple. I'm going to put that aside. Get out the orange. This is Bristol Smooth white cardstock. It's not a very heavy cardstock. I want to make sure that this is dry. There's not a lot of ink on there, so I don't think it'll be all that wet. We're going to then come in with a little bit of the spiced marmalade, some of the orange, right? Here we go. And let's get this over to the corners here, folks. We don't want to waste any of this cardstock. Okay, I'm gonna bring the candied apple back in just a little bit here. Because what is the color of a maple leaf in the fall, right? It's a very bright red, a dark red. I mean, they're just beautiful colors. Okay, and also, and this might, no, I don't want to do it beforehand. Lunar paste. Let's see if I could do this. Get my, here, this lunar paste might be a little bit dry. A little bit of Luna paste down on that. Yes, it's just the other side of the stamp pad. Okay, and it's way too much lunar paste for what I'm trying to do. Way too much lunar paste for what I'm trying to do. Where's my thin? Where's that paintbrush? Here it is. This is a size 0, right? I want to get some gold splatter onto this. And what I might decide to do is even take a small brush, although this is wet and that ink should be dry. Okay, so I have been busy cutting them out. I'll show you some of them. It's a lot more orange than it is red. Actually, I'm really not seeing any red. So we might do more with the fired brick. Right. And then I cut them out also using the brown, double-sided. Okay. so now we go back to whichever one it was. And before we put that down, what I was also thinking of doing is putting black ink on this, coloring a page, putting black ink on this. Here, let's try it this way. Why not? Let's continue. Again, that's just another piece of Bristol Smooth. Now this is the fired brick. None of these are really the red that I'm looking for. There's the fired brick. Let's see if I have a Simon Hurley red. I have Bee Sting, but I'm not sure that's the red I want either. Let's try the Candy Apples. It's a little bit more intense maybe than the fired brick, but remember these are oxides, so they are going to dry back. Right. Let's see if it's okay, and we will try VersaFine Onyx Black. Let's see what we have. You could tell it's not dry because the embossing powder is going all over it, but we would only be cutting these out anyway, so. Oops. So that's fine. So I'm gonna finish this and then I'm gonna cut them out. Okay, well I cut one of them out and boy was that a pain in the patoot. So then I went on to scrapbook.com. I thought I had the die for this, but I don't. It's Sunny Studios, and you know Sunny Studios is a really good price point, I think. And I need to go get my, because I don't know the security code on my credit card. And they have only 2 of the dies left, and they're on clearance. So, because it's a pain in the patoot to cut out. And it could be that the paper is just a little bit too heavy. Ooh, Sharpie. Sharpie going straight to my head. So. Okay. This is taking me a heck of a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. I've been up here for, what time is that? An hour and a half doing this. That is too much time. Too much time. There. Put you, oh, for heaven's sakes. And the mess on the desk is really starting to get to me. So, whoops. Oh, dagnabbit. Come on. So I need to clean up the mess before we do anything else. I do. There. I'm not quite sure I'm liking that at all, because look what it's doing over here. What is that? And over here, we can put that. I don't know what I'm going to put there. All right, I'm going to have to figure that out in a minute. But at the moment, I really need to clean this mess up. So I'll be back. Well, I don't know necessarily if I cleaned anything up. I just put it all in a box, because that's how I clean, isn't it? I just dump it all in a box. It's all dumped in a box, and now I'm digging stuff out of the box. Okay, here we go. Now, this is from the other. I would like to be able to cover that. We can. All right. This is from the other journal, the back of the leaf pick. It's torn, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference here. Now, I think I had it here, like so. Why is the tip here? Okay. There we go. Gracious goodness. And just for fun. No, that's not that one. These are the small ones. Let's get a bigger one. And what I'm thinking is, I know I have a gold marker, but I'm thinking, well, there's the gold marker, but there's also, if I can find the gold, here's the gold marker. All right, I'll put it on here. Don't know how I'm going to like it. Because there's also, I could use my finger with the lunar paste. Yes, this is very sloppy. I'm meaning it to be sloppy. I'm not trying to be neat here. Over here's a little bit too sloppy. Get rid of the white core. I have that solar paste that came free with with my recent scrapbook.com order. I wonder what color that is on black cardstock. Thinking this needs a little bit of glitter or something. This is Cosmic Shimmer Paste. This one, I think this might be, oh, for heaven's sakes, I can't even open it. I guess it's dried out. Ugh, all right. This lunar paste. I know is a little. There we go. It gives it just a little bit of gold shimmer, which I think I like a little bit better than that gold marker. Yep. Here's the Solar Paste, Cross My Heart. It sounds like it's a pinkish red color. Ooh, look at that. It is, I don't even know if you can see it on the black. I might have put a little bit too much there. On the white, it's not going to come out at all. It's so pale. And I know, like Tiffany Solario and others on YouTube have, and even Simon Hurley himself, I'm sure, have done a, have shown the Solar Paste on white and on black cardstock. Hold on. On the white, you can barely see it. I mean, there's a shine there and you have to tilt it in order to get a very pale hint of red. And here, you see that? The red on that? I'm not sure about, I can't tell on the lighting. So that might be something kind of like a purpley, reddy, cranberry kind of color. Okay. That just might be something we want to keep in mind going forward. Okay, so it took me all that time to do this one page. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Clusters, clusters. This is a 1 inch. Depending upon where we're going to put it, actually, I might need a bigger one. We can, give me my 1.5 inch. 1.5 inch might be too big for here. Let's give it a go. No, don't want to use you. Here. Okay, so here we have our 1.5 inch circle. Maybe we'll ink around the edge there. Let's put the 1 inch away. Ink around the edge here. Okay, so we have a circle, and then we could put one of our autumn leaves, and hold on just a second. So let's pull some of these out. Okay. So what I'm thinking is if we just wrap these around, bear with me just a second. Double-sided adhesive. Now, I learned this, I've seen this. Natasha Foote in her card making does this frequently. She'll wrap like underneath a sentiment or something. She will just oops. And actually, I just had a thought. Instead of using this, we can use our gold embroidery thread. Right? I don't like... All right, hold on. I'm gonna take this off. Okay. Gonna punch a new one out. There. Now we know that that thread does not come across. And when I was doing Kathy's prayer journal and doing bows out of that thread, it didn't come across. But we know that in real life it looks lovely. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Takes me a minute to do math sometimes. So we already have that. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oof, sweaty. So there's 1. Now we have these here. So we have 2 lights and 2 darks. We can do that on there, that on there. We might begin to have a problem here. Put that one on the brown, I think. Okay, here I have some of the out of the lumberjack plaid. Oof. Okay, so we have that one. Now I need a dark one. We can do, well, I want a dark background with I need a different, here we go. Nope. That's a different one. But that's what I need them to be cut out of. Dag, nab it all. Oh gosh, do I even have any more of that paper? There it is. There we go. All right, I'll be back. Goodness, y'all. Up and down with the die cutting. Okay, what? I was going to put this one here. Ay, 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 ay. But first, I'm just going to put this on the back of it. If and I can. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm throwing in the towel on that one. Here. Let's just... dagnabbit. Okay. And here we go. There. 1. Yes. 2. 3. Don't mess with me. My fingers are sticking to the back. 4. 5. All right, now I think we have a rhythm going here. I think she says, I think. Ugh. Okay. And we were going to put this one here. Okay, friends, I can't even tell you how exhausted I am by this, truthfully. So let's see if we can get this guy back over here where he belongs. Ooh. Okay, so let's take a look at, we did this. Yep. It's okay. It's a little bit, I don't know, lacking in something, I think, but we did that. We put that there, a little bit of gold sheen. And then we did clusters, and we did a lot of die cutting. First we did some ink blending. Then we made clusters. So there's our first cluster. And here is our second cluster. And our signature center, and our third cluster. The gold thread really does disappear on that one. And our fourth cluster. 2 clusters in each, 2 clusters in the first half of the signature and 2 clusters in the second half of the signature. Now, if the book stays the way it's supposed to stay, that will be in the center of the window, but we don't know if that's going to happen or not. Well, another day of madness for me. I am going to clip it here to try to train that to where I want it to be. This is Karen Jean. Thank you so much for spending your time with me in the studio today, working on clusters and die cuts and blending and all the good things. Oh my goodness. So we are only limited by our own imaginations. Let yours run wild. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.